Nest at Eau Claire Memorial High School. Second of two games we had for you today was the Eau Claire Memorial girls basketball team defeating their crosstown rivals Eau Claire Memorial 70-56. Coming up next, the boys matchup between the Huskies, who are 8-13 overall, 5-7 in the Big Rivers Conference, against the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abe, 16-3 overall, 12-0 in the Big Rivers, ranked number 7 in the latest Zaleski Sports Division I poll. Bob Bradovich, Dave Sparger back with you from the Eagles Nest Spargs. There is not a seat to be had in this gym tonight.
Isn't that something? I'll tell you what, I'm sitting here just wondering, when was the last time that you really couldn't get a ticket to get in the door? I mean, this is just a great showing by the fans tonight. The band's rocking the place out. It is going to be just a great night for basketball.
Let's talk about the Old Abes, closing in on an unbeaten conference record. We mentioned 12-0. You can't overlook this game. It's North and Memorial. You know what's going on tonight. All that being said, Memorial's got to make a trip to Marshfield tomorrow night against the Tigers, which is going to be one of those teams lurking in that upcoming sectional. The seeds will come out Sunday morning.
I was just going to say, and guess when the seed is?
Yeah,
Sunday morning. The day right
and
after
then
that.
You got a trip to Menominee. Remember the last time the Old Abes played the Mustangs? That was a tied game at the half. And then a week from today, an afternoon game against Totino Grace from the Twin Cities. It's another way of saying there's a big games coming up for the Old Abes. Now you got the North Huskies. So it's an interesting dynamic there for the Old Abes and head coach Chad Brisky.
Yeah, and again, we saw the girls' game right before this. Same kind of atmosphere. Memorial obviously heavily favored, but the Huskies came to play. They showed up and did a great job, and the same thing's going to happen here with the boys' game tonight. The Memorial Old Abes have got to be ready because the Huskies are coming across town, and they're going to be ready to perform.
Tough break for the North Huskies. Tyler Barrow, their talented junior guard, who's averaging around 13 points per game and is shooting better than 40% from behind the arc, unable to play due to an injury, and that makes a tough challenge even tougher for the Huskies. We'll tell you more about that and how the Huskies may make up for the absence of Tyler Barrows. You still have Elliot Besson, who's averaging over 19 points per game. There is no anthem tonight, so we'll go right to starting lineups, and we can take a look at those in graphic form. And again, Old Abes will be playing a slightly short-handed North team. Zach Shipman will start tonight, junior guard, 6.3 points per game. Leading scorer Elliot Besson, 6'1" senior, over 19 points per game. Aaron Gust, another senior, 6'1" guard, almost 9 points per game. Isaac West, who wears number 23, 6'3" senior, right around 4.5 points per game. And then Gavin Wise, last time we saw Wise, had a really nice game for the Huskies, averaging just under 7 points per game. Familiar starting lineup for the Old Abes. Julius Clark, the 6-foot guard, right around 7.5 points per game. Bryce Hetke, the 6'2" senior, right around 6.5 points per game. Cooper Jesperson, 6'4" senior, just over 20 points per game. Tay Ferguson, a 6'5" senior, just over 4.5 points per game. And then Wesley Mboga, 15.4 points per game for the 6'4" senior. Sparks, he's shooting better than 60% from the floor, 60.6%. 49.4 from behind the arc. That's what you call efficient.
Yeah, Bretto, and I looked at that. I thought you had another misprint. I was going to correct you on that, but you're dead on. Wesley Mboga just takes high-quality shots. He doesn't force it. Hence, that percentage is so high, is that he knows when to take it. He knows when it's a force. We won't. And again, just the high-quality, good shot production out of a young man that just plays the game the right way.
Huskies in their Columbia Blue Road uniforms, Eau Claire Memorial in their home whites. Packed house here at the Eagles Nest. Glad you're with us tonight on Zaleski Sports. The tap into the backcourt. Jesperson has it. Wanted to throw it off a Husky, but it winds up in the hands of Aaron Gust. Abe's in a man-to-man. Gus picks up the dribble. Up top to Shipman. Looking for a cutter. Gust gives it up. Here's Wise. Gust will launch from three-point range. It's no good. Offensive rebound by Besson. Knocked around. And a timeout taken by the North Huskies. We will keep it here and tell you more about our outlook for this game. Sparks, again, seating will be revealed on Sunday, statewide TV show. Hope you can watch that. But, you know, both of these teams, that sectional is just absolutely loaded. When you look at the teams like Marshfield, Stevens Point, Memorial, can never discount Hudson. North is a team, and the Barrows injury comes at a really tough time for them. But they're a team that's going to scrap you. They're going to fight you every possession. You're going to add in those Fox Valley teams. That is going to be really something to watch.
Yeah, you're looking at a Husky team who was 5-7 in the Big Rivers, could easily finish about 500, just maybe one game under, and they could end up like a 13 or 14 seed in that sectional. Just shows you how hard that one's going to be.
Still scoreless, first minute of the game. On the back cut, good feed from Gust. And then the ball taken away by Cooper Jesperson. Here's Mboga, Clark. Give it back to Wesley Mboga. Jesperson gives it up to Hetke. Clark, up top, Ferguson, now Mboga. Straight up man-to-man for the Huskies. Julius Clark won't get the roll.
Yeah, got it stripped as he went up, was able to get it up there, but good defense by the Huskies.
Besson gives it up. Here's West.
Well, the biggest thing for the Huskies is who besides Besson is going to score?
Well, I think a lot of it falls on Gust and Wise. Gust with the dish. Open look out of the corner. No good that time. Isaac West had a good look at it.
He sure did.
Hetke gives it up to Mboga. Thought about the three. Now he'll launch. That's off. Ferguson, offensive rebound. Tay Ferguson finds Hetke. Ferguson from distance. That's no good. Rebound Besson. Played 2 minutes, still no score. Shipman. Now in the hands of Aaron Gust. Goes glass, no. Back tap, winds up in the hands of Mboga.
Shipman with the task of running with Cooper Jesperson here.
Up top, Ferguson. Hands to Clark. Now Hetke from three-point range. That's good.
Oh, the last game we had with the old Abe's, Hetke's the one who carried him with the deep three all night.
Hetke has raised his three-point shooting percentage. He's over 45% for the season. Doesn't shoot a lot of them. But when he's on, he is on.
Yeah, anything from the wing to the corner, that's his shot.
Gust gives it up. Here's Shipman, knocked out of bounds. The Huskies will keep it. Three 0 Old Abe's. We are 3 minutes into this basketball game. Besson hounded by Hetke. Gavin Wise, Besson. Three-pointer rims out, and Mboga the rebound. Nice when your leading rebounder can bring the ball up.
Well, all five of them can, absolutely.
Ferguson finds Clark, who finds the bucket.
Nice backdoor cut there by Clark running the baseline. Ferguson finds him underneath.
5-0 start to the game for the Old Abe's. West with it. To Besson. Besson guarded by Mboga. Ball battered around. It goes out of bounds. And they say last touch by the Huskies.
I think they're going to talk about this one here real quick. Okay, they're going to stay with it. Yep. Officials conferred, and they're going to stay with the Old Abe's.
McCabe Tessing-Ritter is into the game for the Huskies. He's a 5'11 junior. Shipman guarding Jesperson in the backcourt. Jesperson, that hesitation dribble, and they're going to get Shipman on the foul.
Like you said, that little hesitation, and then he accelerated Shipman and put the arm out and grabbed him to slow him down before he could shoot it. Watch Jesperson come around some screens after he inbounds it now.
Hetke to Clark. Julius Clark blocked. But Ferguson, no. Battle for the rebound. Back tap by Mboga to Jesperson. Clark now on the drive. Julius Clark layup.
Not to be denied a second time. And he had a few words for him as he finished.
Shipman for three. It's no good. Jesperson corrals the rebound. Ahead, Julius Clark, layup good.
Cooper Jesperson, a full court fastball. Finds Julius Clark ahead for two.
Out of bounds, they say last touch by the Abes. Wise was going to take it to the hoop and he kind of lost the handle on the way.
Yeah, he did. Jesperson didn't realize that it came off him, as it would have been the old Abe's ball.
So Besson to throw it in. And then knocked out of bounds by Jesperson.
Yeah, the old Abe's like to show zone underneath. And then you inbounds it, they'll either switch to a man or they'll trap that first pass. And it's exactly what Jesperson did there. He went over to run a trap in the corner.
Gust guarded by Jesperson. Shipman on the baseline. Kick out. Gavin Wise for three, and that is good.
Yeah, wide open look that time. Gavin Wise able to knock it down.
Wise, not normally a three-point shooter, but he's certainly capable. Here's a guy who's capable of scoring just about in any way. Hetke now for three, and that's no good. Mboga battling with Gust for the rebound. Reset for the Abes.
That's always been an issue this year for the Huskies, that to get their defensive board, not allowing teams to get the offensive board.
Hetke for three. Answering the three from Gavin Wise. Bryce Hetke off to a good start. He's got 6, as does Julius Clark. Nice dish inside. Reverse layup, Gavin Wise. Abes trying to pick up tempo. Hetke again for three. That is good.
He's feeling it early.
Bryce Hetke up to 9 points.
Old Abe stretched it out to a 10-point lead here early.
Up 10 and no points from Cooper Jesperson. Wise on the strong take. Jesperson won't get the roll, and Mboga battling for the rebound winds up in the hands of Shipman. Gust ahead to Besson. Besson on the drive, knocked away. They're going to get Hetke on the foul. Herrick and Hart Law Office has been on the side of the injured since 1951. Find them at eauclairlaw.com. Multiple subs in for the old Abes here. We got ourselves a line change. Ben Fessenmeyer, Caleb Yates, Ian Bauer, Shamar Simmons.
Yeah, Hetke, the only starter that remains on the floor.
And the Huskies throw it into the back court. Turnover will give it back to the old Abes.
Yeah, again, the old Abe's doing that out of bounds underneath the hoop there. As soon as you inbound it, they're going to trap in the corner, and Huskies throw it away.
Peyton McCracken in for the Huskies. Simmons will take it out for Memorial. Simmons finds Hetke. Back to Simmons. Shamar, not really a three-point shooter. He's not much of a shooter to begin with.
That young man is probably taking about a handful of shots all season.
He's there for his energy, his defense, his rebounding.
Everything but.
Fessenmeyer, Caleb Yates. Kind of got his feet tangled up beneath it, and he throws that one away.
Yeah, neither one of the old Abes were sure who that pass was going to.
Just like these players bring their best to the court, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. From roofing projects to siding, windows, and doors, Ridgetop Exteriors has the winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com. Score big with trusted, local, affordable service. 8-point game. Abe's in the lead. Huskies have the basketball.
Well, the Old Abes have no problem going 9 deep, and right now they're using 4 off the bench.
Nice nifty pass there by Gust, but good play on the baseline that cut off Tessing Ritter. He'll launch from outside. That's no good. Ben Fessenmeyer the rebound. Shamar Simmons will give it up. Bauer. Just once, I'd like to see Shamar pull up from about 3 feet behind the arc and just launch one.
Oh, behind the arc you want.
Meanwhile, Chad Brisky is wondering, why is Bob saying that? Jesperson will launch. That's no good. Fessenmeyer crashing the boards.
Yeah, crashing is the key. He came from the perimeter, elevated above everybody to pull that down and follow it up.
10-point lead for the Abes. 10 minutes to go. Gust for 3. It rims out. Jesperson the rebound. On the push, Cooper Jesperson gets the roll.
He was looking for the and one. Pretty finish.
Well, it was great defense by Besson, but Jesperson just so crafty in traffic. 12-point lead for the Abes. Besson now operating on Jesperson. Up top they go to Gust. Whistle and a foul, and they're going to get Jack Strabel on the illegal screen. Shipman back in for the Abes along with Isaac West.
Yeah, point of emphasis this year is make sure those screens are set. And really, it's the job of the ball handler to make sure he is set, to not get started too early.
We got both student sections here in full force. Whiteout for the Abes, blackout for the Huskies.
Standing room only here tonight.
Jesperson cut off on the baseline, keeps the dribble alive. Caleb Yates now clears to Simmons. Ian Bauer gives it up. Back to Bauer. Simmons, spin move for the bucket.
He can score. I think that's the first time in 4 games we've even seen him take a shot. What a pretty move.
Yeah, and that was a decisive move.
That was.
Spin move and a soft touch. 14-point lead for the Abes. Besson fouled on the drive. Bruce Orthodontics provides comprehensive orthodontic care for patients of all ages. They are now accepting new patients at their Marshfield office, and they take most insurances. At Bruce Orthodontics, they are changing lives one smile at a time. Call their Marshfield office to set up a free consultation today. Mancino's Grinders and Pizza, locally owned and operated. They have been a family tradition for more than 27 years. Best hot sandwich in town. Grab a grinder at Mancino's, conveniently located just off of Highway 53 and Claremont Avenue in Eau Claire. Besson back in for the Huskies and Boga back in for the Old Abes. Abes basketball. They lead at 21-8.
With Mboga running the point for the Old Abes.
Here's Mboga on the drive. Layup good.
He is a tough matchup.
Yeah, he's got the quickness to blow by you. You've got the strength to post you up. He can shoot the 3. Yeah, it's just really turned into a complete player. And the Huskies throw it away.
Shamar Simmons on some great defense right there. Just walled that up and forced the turnover.
Boga. Oh, they're going to get him on the walk.
Yeah, he wanted to take that drive, just got a little ahead of himself.
So it'll be Huskies basketball with 8 minutes remaining. Backcourt pressure. Besson gets it in to McCracken. Back to Besson. On the drive, Isaac West, good effort. Couldn't get the bucket. Wesley Mboga finds Bauer, who buries the three.
Bauer and Yates off the bench can knock down that three. Good job by Mboga finding him.
18-point lead for the Old A's. Here comes the double team. And the Huskies throw it away.
Again, there's an issue where Tyler Barrows is not on the floor for you. He's an outstanding ball handler, and the Huskies are struggling a little bit.
Number of the starters back in for the A's: Jesperson, Ferguson, Hetke, and Clark. So the second line did their job.
Extended the lead, absolutely. We've seen him do it night in, night out.
And Boga finds Hetke. Bryce Hetke blocked from behind and off of Hetke and out of bounds. Good defense that time by the Huskies.
I think there was Shipman on a good job there, yeah, coming up from behind.
Hetke picking up West in the backcourt. West picks up the dribble. And the Huskies going to take a timeout. We'll take one as well. You're watching boys high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then, they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no-obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Whether it is skiing, hockey, or basketball this winter, Shepke Chiropractic has got your back for all your sports-related injuries. You can rely on Shepke Chiropractic to get you back in the game. Visit them online at shepkechiropractic.com. Old Abe's 26. Game 2 of this doubleheader here at the Eagles' Nest. Besson from distance. No good. He gets it back. Besson into the lane. It's knocked away. Nice set out of that timeout, though, run by the Huskies. Inside, Mboga gets the bucket.
Good job posting up inside. Hetke with the nice feed.
It's a 13-1 run for the Old A's. Nice dish at Besson with the finish. Huskies into double digits.
Huskies switch to the zone here.
Abe still with Mboga running the point. Clark to Ferguson. Back to Clark. Julius Clark, it's short. Gets his own rebound. Julius Clark gets the roll.
Good follow. It just hangs in the air to finish.
Julius Clark up to 8 points. He's already exceeded his season scoring average. Besson now guarded by Clark. Abe's by 20. Besson, good move, drives through the lane. Taken away, Mboga somehow stays in bounds. Jesperson gives it up, gets it back from Hetke. Clears to Clark. Clark on the runner, no good. Mboga the rebound. Chad Brisky, the head coach, calling out a play. Jesperson for three.
That the play, just Jesperson step out and knock it down.
23-point lead now for the A's. Besson on the drive. Clears it up top. Tessing Ritter for three. It's no good. And Boga the rebound. Hetke inside. Ferguson for the finish.
Hetke on the no-look.
Timeout taken. Old Abe's up by 25. You're watching Boys High School basketball on Zaleski Sports.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
Culligan Water specializes in all your water softener, drinking water, and water filtration systems. You can count on Culligan to keep your water pure and healthy with unparalleled service and convenient delivery options. So Old Abe's lead is ballooned to 35-10. They grabbed the lead with a 9-0 run, and they have not looked back. Huskies nearly close to an over and back violation there. Tessing Ritter, hounded by Hetke. Gets it to Gust. Besson double team finds Aaron Gust, who goes to the hoop for two.
Nice little pick and roll action on that side.
Jasperson, long distance three-pointer.
Too much room. Got to close out on him.
Jasperson now with 8 points. Hetke has 9. And they're going to get foul is going to go on Tay Ferguson.
And that is Cooper Jesperson that just took over the all-time scoring title for the Old Aves, surpassing Caden Bozer.
Getting his congratulations, and boy, what a career.
And what a way to do it, huh?
Absolutely
About a 25-footer
outstanding career. Yep. Gets a hug from his dad. Congratulations from his teammates. Hug from Chad Brisky, and a well-deserved ovation by everybody in this gym, including the folks wearing the Columbia blue and the black.
Absolutely. A lot of respect on both sides of town for that young man. Plays the game the right way. Just fun to watch night in, night out.
Yeah, you mentioned Caden Bozier, and how fun is it to flip on the TV on some nights and watch Illinois State playing with two Eau Claire guys in the lineup.
Bozier and Banks
from
in there,
Memorial and Dalton Banks from North. And again, quality kids up and down. You're looking at both these programs and just great representatives of the community. And just looking at Cooper, you just get the sense of, okay, that's over with. Let's get back to playing.
It's a sense of relief. Like,
right,
move on.
Just knowing him the little bit I do, and you've gotten to know him too over the years, I think he just wants to play.
Yeah,
you know what?
Very
just
reserved.
Wants to play.
Yes, very reserved
and,
young man.
It's him. He wants to win. He wants to play. And all the accolades, that's nice.
Yeah. It's not why he plays the game, though, is it?
Good backdoor cut by the Huskies. Abe's nearly had the steal. It's out of bounds. Ben Fessenmeyer will come in now for the Eau Claire Memorial Old Aves. Again, depth. Big reason why this team is 16-3 overall. Besson up top, guarded by Hetke. Gives to Gust. Down low they go. Caleb Stone working hard on the block. Gathers it back. Stone gives it to Besson. Now guarded by Jesperson. Elliott Besson counted in the foul. Yeah, Elliott Besson on his way to Platteville, which tells you several things. He's a good basketball player, and he's also an excellent student.
And he has worked so hard this year to try to carry this Husky program to some wins. Leading scorer, just the captain. He's the one who just makes this team work.
Completes the traditional three-point play. And you know, Sparks, and you know this, you've been coaching for the better part of your life, and been around athletics your whole life is that sometimes you get those guys that are just the tone setters. They might be the leading scorer, they might not be, but they just work. They set that work ethic, and they kind of keep the standard up.
Yeah, you just described Elliott Besson to a T right there.
Here's Besson grabbing the loose ball, comes in on Simmons, and Simmons knocks it away, but stepped on the out-of-bounds line. There again, what Shamar Simmons contributes to this Memorial basketball program. Ian Bauer checking in now for the Old Abes. He'll get Ben Fessenmeyer. Besson to throw it in. From the outside, getting the bucket there, Caleb Stone. Knocked away. Huskies now in transition. Besson will launch. It's no good. Hetke the rebound in traffic. Bryce Hetke fights his way out of that triple team. He leads the break. No look pass, Shamar Simmons.
Well, once he broke out of that double team, he definitely had the numbers.
Gust for three. Rims out, batted out of bounds. Old Abes basketball. Wesley Mboga and Julius Clark back in for Memorial. Abes on top 40-18. We still have a couple minutes remaining in the first half. Jesperson, there's that hesitation move again. Goes inside and scores.
Yeah, a little hesitation move, get that lean in so the defender can't elevate to block the shot. He just banks it in for two. And he's already up to 10 points all of a sudden.
Yeah, started, I don't want to say started slowly. He was just being a facilitator. He was just passing the ball. Good look that time for the Huskies. Hoop wouldn't have it. Now here's Clark in transition. Wanted to get it inside to Mboga, knocked away by Gust. Open look, Besson. That won't go. Jesperson the rebound. Contact in the backcourt. Foul's going to go on the Huskies.
Only their third team foul of the first half. Not a whole lot of fouls here in the first half, only 7 combined. So that's allowed the play to continue up and down. It's been a good first half.
No matter what your everyday life looks like, Fleet Farm has got you covered at the best prices guaranteed. Auto, pet, bird, farm, snack. Fleet Farm has everything you need, all at the lowest prices. Isaac West back in for the Huskies.
Yeah, Zach Shipman's going to find the bench with 2 fouls here in the first half.
And over and back, some good defense play there by Caleb Stone.
Yeah, picked him up right there at the timeline. And then he did a reverse pivot, which drew him back over.
Yeah, good footwork there by Stone to just kind of stay with Cooper Jesperson and force that turnover. And the Abes take it right back. Mboga all the way to the hoop, fouled by Besson. Whether you are buying or selling, turn to the Jesperson Group at C21 Affiliated. They've got a pulse on the local real estate market, and they can help you with both existing homes and new builds. Can also assist you through each step of the process, making the home buying and selling process simple, not stressful. That is what you get with Jesperson Group at C21 Affiliated. Wouldn't have counted anyway.
Yeah, apparently had a toenail just on that line.
Well, it's hard to hide those feet
with those
when you've got
shoes.
those colorful.
Yeah.
Boy, I got to get a pair of those.
Wesley's making sure this time that he's behind.
1 of 2 from the stripe.
Picks up his 5th point of the first half.
Oh, and they get Gavin Wise on the travel, and
I would like to see a replay of that. He actually just kind of hopped through the double team and then found a wide open guy.
Logan Horn is pleading his case to the official
exactly
on the
what he
near
did.
side, and yeah, it kind of looked like that 2-foot jump stop.
Well, that's what the official said, it was not 2 feet together. So he hopped and it went step rather than coming to a 2-foot stop.
Jesperson, that's no good. Offensive rebound, Shamar Simmons.
Great job by Simmons getting that inside position.
Simmons up to 6 points.
Can you say that again?
Simmons up to 6 points.
There it is.
Besson on the handoff to Wise. Memorial really playing tough defense. Gus on the drive. And they're going to get Julius Clark on the foul with just over 20 seconds remaining in the half. Gus on the perimeter. Gets into the lane. Here's West. Operating on Simmons. Final seconds of the first half. Besson takes a look at the clock. Besson lets it fly. It's no good, and we have played one half of basketball. We'll see if the officials, Elliot Besson pleading his case. It looked like there was some contact. He kind of went up, got the defenders in the air. And
yeah, he was the one that kind of drew the contact on. The officials weren't going to buy it as he tried to draw that into the defender instead.
Your halftime score, Old Abe's 45, Huskies 18. Sparks, Memorial playing efficient basketball. They're playing tenacious defense. They're getting scoring from a lot of different sources. They've got it all clicking tonight.
Yeah, they do in the first half, especially here. They just look so sharp. And again, they just share the basketball so well on the offensive end. When you look at Cooper Jesperson has 10 points. He didn't even touch the basketball probably the first 4 minutes. Bryce Hetke with 9. Julius Clark with 8. Shamar Simmons with 6 off the bench. Wesley Mboga with 5. I mean, again, right across the board, all of them scoring, doing their part, and just sharing the basketball.
Elliot Besson has 5 for the Huskies.
Gavin Wise with 7.
Gavin Wise with 7. Again, this is a Huskies team playing without Tyler Barrows. So you take out your primary ball handler and you take out a junior who's averaging 13 points per game, who's an excellent three-point shooter, better than 40% from the floor. That's a tough loss.
And you can see it. I mean, you can just see how they're lacking that one extra ball handler to handle all this pressure. And it just puts guys in odd positions and different situations that they're just not comfortable with.
North and Memorial dance teams are going to put on a show here at the half at the Eagles Nest. Your score in this basketball game, 45-18. Old Abe's on top of the Huskies. Dave Sparger and I will step aside. When we come back, we'll get you ready for second half action from the Eagles Nest. You're watching boys high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
We're going to reveal our popcorn bracket winners. Do you know who won the popcorn bracket?
No.
All right, you're going to know in just a couple minutes because we're going to start that now, Dan. It was popcorn championship week this past week. You were in Auburndale on Saturday eating popcorn. Joe Anderson was in Greenwood eating popcorn on Thursday, and those were the championship teams, Auburndale and Greenwood. And here is Dan Ross right now tasting the Auburndale popcorn.
Dan Ross here on Zaleski Sports. It is championship night, popcorn bracket, Greenwood against Auburndale. This is the official taste test for the Auburndale Eagles. It's halftime. Auburndale's got to come back against Pacelli. So here we go. First thing I noticed coming to the gym, little popcorn smell, not overwhelming, a little bit. Probably like to see a little bit more, but not bad in any way. They gave us a fresh bag, really scooped in there, so it's warm, and you notice it right away. I have tried a couple, I cheated already. But here we go. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Buttery taste, not overwhelming, little salty. The salt is good. It doesn't overpower you. You don't want to. You can't feel your lips cracking right in front of you. Overall taste, it's good popcorn. It's really good. I've already eaten half the bag. It's good. How does it compare against Greenwood? I don't know. That's going to be up to us computing the numbers, getting our abacuses out, getting our computers out to figure out who has the better popcorn. Auburndale, or Greenwood.
All right, so that was Dan in Auburndale, and the kids at the end might have gave it away because they had a real losing attitude, those kids did there at the end. So they might have gave away what's about to come next, but here is Joe Anderson in Greenwood with his popcorn.
Hi, Joe Anderson here from Zaleski Sports. I'm in Greenwood tonight with Jenny Mainsheen, the athletic director here for Greenwood High School. The popcorn challenge is on. They're making fresh popcorn behind us, and this is the best popcorn, thank you, Miss Medici, for the wonderful popcorn, and I get to taste test it and give my ratings for it. Very good. Melts in your mouth. It's got a lot of butter to it. They really slather the butter on this popcorn. It's excellent. And just the right amount of salt. Oh my gosh. I must spawn my supper, eat all this popcorn. It's just excellent popcorn taste. Really goes down smooth, melts in your mouth, really tasty. And Jenny always gives us popcorn up when we broadcast for Zaleski Sports. Yummy in the tummy. Vote for Greenwood popcorn. It's the best in the conference. It's the best in central Wisconsin. Right?
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks.
And there was Joe Anderson with his popcorn. You could see right away just a totally different environment, totally different popcorn. And we had
The atmosphere for a really cold night. But you know what? The atmosphere doesn't really do that much for you sometimes.
not all the time, and the Greenwood popcorn was really good. So Braden will go ahead and put the bracket up on the screen, and we will show our final bracket. And there you see the Greenwood popcorn champions of the 2025 popcorn bracket. Yeah, go ahead, show them their blue ribbon, Braden. You got the blue ribbon on their popcorn. Now we will have an actual awards ceremony over in Greenwood in the coming days.
Do you think we have like a school assembly and we like walk in?
Like do it at 1 p.m.?
Yeah.
I think we could figure that out.
Get all 80 kids or whatever in the school in the gymnasium and
yeah. Buy everybody popcorn for the day?
Sure, why not?
Yeah. So
I have no idea how many kids are in Greenwood, so
170-ish.
Okay.
Put them all in there.
Yeah.
Put them all. Except if you're failing in class, you're not allowed in.
Sure.
You got to stay in school.
And you have the 30 kids who are skipping somewhere in the band room or something.
Yeah, well, senior skip day or something was going on. So, yeah, congratulations, Greenwood. I know that both places have really good popcorn. It was a really difficult. It was a challenging, grueling bracket as it went forward.
I'll tell you what, next year, maybe we'll do all concession food, and the Auburndale hot dogs are an early favorite.
I think we could probably just crown them right now if you want to do that. I don't know who could ever beat the Auburndale hot dog. I've had a lot of them.
You know,
a lot of
they
places.
have hot ham and cheese here. They have homemade mac and cheese over at the concession stand here.
Yeah, Gertrude over there making the macaroni and cheese.
Apparently.
Getting it stirred up like this. This is how you stir mac and cheese at home, by the way, if you don't know what I'm doing. All right, well, congratulations, Greenwood. And as we always do on this show, we bring this to a screeching halt.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
We are back at the Eagles Nest, getting set for second half action of this crosstown showdown boys game. It's Eau Claire Memorial up big on Eau Claire North 45-18. Bob Bradovich, Dave Sparger with you from the Eagles Nest, and we talked about it, Spargs, in our pregame. The Huskies playing without starting guard Tyler Barrows, missing his 13 points per game and his ball handling and all that, and it's just been too much Memorial, too deep, just too. They're unselfish. They're hitting shots. They're playing defense. It's a tall order for the Huskies. The compete level is there for them, but 18 points at the half against Memorial. That's not going to get it done.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for the Huskies now the second half is trying to find out who can be the other scorer. I mean, obviously we know Elliot Besson's a prolific scorer, but come now, they're going to go into that postseason. They've got to find ways to find somebody else that can put the ball in the hoop and relieve some of that pressure on Besson.
And you talked about it earlier. I mean, the record, just 5-7 in the big rivers coming into this game, as good as the BRC is with the likes of Memorial, Hudson, New Richmond, and River Falls. That's a solid mark for this North team. And again, their compete level's always there, and on given nights, they can be a real thorn in people's side. Good defense that time by Tay Ferguson on a good move by Gavin Wise. Here's Julius Clark. Gets it back, kicks it out. Hetke, open look for three.
Hetke with his fourth three of the night.
Bryce Hetke filling it up tonight for the Old Abes. He's up to 12 points. Gust from distance. It's no good. Long rebound. Gust had it momentarily. Here's Besson, knocked away by Bryce Hetke. Throws it off the backboard, and
he was looking for Mboga, and Mboga's not on the same page.
And then a foul down low, and Chad Brisky's got that look of a coach saying, let's just get the 2 points.
Yeah, what are you guys doing?
Foul goes on Shipman, and that is his third. And he's a guy that the Huskies are going to need out there, provides them some defense and some athleticism. He's guarding Jesperson now.
Yeah, he's had that task of Jesperson. And
Hetke will try that three-pointer, but Tay Ferguson, the rebound in the bucket. First 5 points of the half scored by the Abes. Gus swings. Isaac West. Nice move in the lane.
Good patience there for West. Sitting on that pivot foot, spinning back and forth. Created a little space, knocks it down.
And I'm going to bet you he had that internal clock in his head going 1, 2. Okay, I got to get the shot off. No, I want to be called for 3 seconds. Alley-oop. Ferguson on the finish. Nice feed from Hetke.
Yeah, Brisky likes that alley-oop better than the other one off the glass, that's for sure.
West picks up the dribble, finds Gust. Here's Wise, cut off on the baseline. Clears it up top for Gust. West. Tough shot. Gets the glass to go.
Using his size to his advantage there.
Again, you can't fault the compete level of the Huskies. They'll battle you. It's one of those deals you just kind of have to not look at the scoreboard. Good perimeter passing for the Abes, and Wesley Mboga knocks down the three.
Yeah, we talked about how well he can shoot it from the perimeter. Knocks down that 3 for the Old Abes.
Gust keeps the dribble alive. Long distance 3, Isaac West. Clark going to walk it up now for the Abes. Jesperson keeps it alive. Hetke for 3. It's no good. Look at him, Boga on the rebound. Julius Clark for 3, and that is good. Third made 3 for the Old Abes this half. And they lead by 33. Oh, the nice dish and the finish. Gavin Wise will go to the line.
Been really impressed with 23. Isaac West this half. He has really kind of taken over a little bit on that offensive end. A couple of buckets and then a great assist there. I think he's kind of realized the same thing, that somebody's got to step up and be more of an offensive threat.
Rebound Ferguson. Abe's calling a play from the bench. It's going to be that horns action with the two guys setting up. Free throw line extended. Ferguson taps it to Mboga. Contact, and Wesley Mboga will go to the line.
And Mboga takes a little forearm to the face that time.
At Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, whether you are a professional athlete, weekend warrior, or simply have an aching joint, rest assured that you will receive unsurpassed care delivered with compassion and respect. When you need it most, visit the sports medical experts at Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. And Boga currently sitting on 8 points. Sparks, as we talked about, Memorial at Marshfield tomorrow night. Marquee matchup late in the regular season and part of a really tough schedule that Chad Brisky has tried to put together for his guys this season. That'll be a good test, especially over there.
Yeah, you're right. I think he knew what he had this year. He knew the talent he was bringing back, and he wanted to find those matchups and those teams to really push his team so that they're ready for the postseason.
Yeah, and you talk about this closing stretch. Oh, nice move, Gavin Wise. Boy, I think he's a guy that the Huskies going to be able to build around next year. They won't have Besson anymore. Jesperson in the lane. They're going to get the foul on Shipman.
Yeah, we've seen Wise a couple of times now. Again, a 6'5" forward. Very athletic, and he's done some really nice things. He's up to 11 points tonight.
Yeah, he's got some bounce to his game. And just he never seems to get rattled, doesn't show a ton of emotion, but he's a ball player.
Yeah, they'll have him back and Tyler Burrows back, assuming he recovers from that injury.
Shipman as well. Oh, the back pass. Jesperson to Hetke. That was halfway down. It came out. Here's Besson. Taken away by Jesperson. Looking for the run out. Instead, he'll bring it up. Hesitation move all the way to the lane. Won't get the bucket, though.
Yeah, pretty move. Just couldn't finish.
Here's Wise. They're going to isolate him. Up top, Tessing Ritter. Tough shot in the lane by Besson. Foul's going to go on the Old Abes.
Foul on Hetke. That'll be his second. Besson at the line to shoot 2.
HS Fence specializes in chain link, vinyl, wood, and ornamental fencing. They have been providing commercial and residential fencing to the people of Wisconsin for the past 18 years. Contact them today in Fall Creek or at hsfencewi.com. Yates and Bauer back in for the Abes. To cover your church, call the Dahlman Insurance Agency for a coverage analysis. Dahlman Insurance covers churches in Wisconsin with Hastings Insurance Company. Online at dahlmaninsurance.com. Dahlman Insurance, come for the rate, stay for the service. Hetke quickly in the front court. Now Clark. Back to Hetke. Open look from distance, and it's off. Wise gives it up to Tessing right around the baseline, nearly falling out of bounds. Finds Gust. Aaron Gust. Back to Tessing Ritter. Cut off on the baseline by Hetke. Gust. And they're going to get Aaron Gust for stepping on the out of bounds line. Caleb Stone back in for the Huskies.
Yeah, he had some good minutes there that first half.
Yeah, he did. Good pick set by Shamar Simmons. Hetke to Bauer. Hetke now to Clark. Julius Clark down the lane. Oh, nice move. The hoop wouldn't have it. Hetke finds Clark. Julius Clark. Tough move in traffic in the finish.
I guess he is just so quick through those seams. Cradled the ball to protect it and got it up.
Tough move inside. McCabe Tessing Ritter.
That'll be Hetke's third.
Fessenmeyer Jesperson coming in for Memorial. Tessing Ritter won't get the roll on the free throw. 61-31, Memorial by 30. Jesperson, lefty layup, good.
Pretty move, nice little finger roll to finish.
Besson. Good Euro step into the lane. It's knocked out of bounds. The Huskies will keep it. Jack Strabel coming in for North. Elliott Besson to throw it in. Abe's double team, and they force the turnover. Jesperson dishes, Shamar Simmons, and one.
Shamar Simmons up to 8-point. Chance to add, to get to 9. That's got to be a season high for him.
Season high, I think it's probably a career high.
All of his points for his career may add up to that, huh?
And it just seems like the Abes are making a concerted effort to get him the ball and encourage him. Hey, you got some game. We've seen it.
Well, you're absolutely right. I did see the bench talking about it because early on he passed up a good look inside, and then all of a sudden he's decided to go ahead and finish.
Tessing Ritter, tough take in the lane. They're going to get the foul on Simmons. Both players bouncing up. You see some of the Abe's reserves getting ready to check in and heading toward that game where everybody in uniform on both sides is going to get a chance to play in front of this big crowd and fun atmosphere here at Eau Claire Memorial High School.
Henry Fessenmeyer checks in.
He's a 6'1 senior, one of 14 seniors on this Old Abe's team. Two of two for McCabe Tessing Ritter. It's another guy who's a junior for the Huskies that's probably going to see more court time next year. Jesperson able to finish.
Jesper up to 14 now for the night.
Aaron Gus, strong take for two.
Good take right there.
Aaron Gus, 4 points. Jesperson, 2 more. He's up to 16. Elliot Besson, nice move. Jesperson will pop from distance. It's no good. Simmons the rebound. Fessenmeyer's play catch. 3-pointer that time by Ben. Put back just wouldn't go.
Yeah, Yates kind of left that one short-armed it.
Gust attacking the hoop again. Aaron Gust won't get the bucket, but he'll go to the line to shoot a pair. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. Now, Sparks, I'll be very interested during that bracket reveal show on Sunday morning to see where the Abes wind up, what seeds they had, or what they will have, and I don't know what that path looks like through the postseason.
Yeah, the inside information kind of has them sitting at that 2 or 3 line. You know, it just kind of depends what they do with Marshfield on Saturday. I don't see them really falling definitely below a 3, that's for sure.
Well, and when you get down to it, there's not a huge difference between being the 2 or the 3. A lot of times it just comes down to matchups. And
yeah, isn't that the truth? In the postseason, you might draw a lower seed and you just be struggling with them because they're just the way they play.
Abes have had some postseason disappointment in recent years. Wesley Mboga, no. Fessenmeyer the rebound. Ferguson finds Mboga. Step back 3. That's no good. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Huskies. Gavin Wise back in for North.
Nice job by Henry Fessenmeyer keeping that one alive.
Jesperson will launch. That's no good. Offensive rebound. Tay Ferguson. That won't go. Good work that time by the Abes and Henry Fessenmeyer to keep the ball alive. Just over 8 minutes to go in this one. Wesley Mboga gets Wise down low and scores. Wesley Mboga up to 11 points. Again, the balance on this Old Abe's team. Taken away by Jesperson on the push. Ooh, he collides in the lane, and now Tessing Ritter back the other way. Tessing Ritter won't get the bucket. And Mboga with the rebound. Tay Ferguson for 3. That's no good. Knocked out of bounds. They say Huskies basketball. Julius Clark back in for the Abes. Henry Fessenmeyer comes out. Huskies will be at home for their next 2 games. They've got a non-conference matchup with Holman on Tuesday, and then they close things out for the regular season with a conference game against River Falls next Thursday. Lemke tried the 3. That's no good. Jesperson finds Mboga. Wesley Mboga dishes to Ferguson, who gets the roll.
Nice little feed inside by Mboga. Draws all the traffic, finds Ferguson on the cut.
Ferguson up to 8 points. Lemke inside, challenged by Ben Fessenmeyer, but fouled. Security Financial Bank, SFB. Whether you are starting a business, buying your first home, or saving for college, SFB has the bankers who believe in you. Learn more today at sfbank.com. Member FDIC. Shamar Simmons will check in for Ben Fessenmeyer. So this, the final regular season home game for the Abes in this basketball season. We'll most certainly get one home playoff game. Probably a second. And Boga dishes to Simmons. I get the feeling they want to get everybody into double figures. Clark sinks the jumper.
Well, Clark's got there now. Excuse me, Clark is up to 15.
15 for Clark. Simmons is sitting on 8. Ferguson is sitting on 8. And with that, we get a timeout. We'll step aside as well. You're watching Boys High School basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next.
Back here at the Eagles Nest. Under 6 minutes to go, second half. Old Abes with the big lead. Now a steal. Tay Ferguson wanted to throw that alley-oop to Jesperson. Clark corrals the loose ball and gets fouled by Lemke.
Lemke's first, team fourth. Old Abe's out of bounds on the side.
You know, the North Huskies are going to be tuned into that bracket reveal show as well, because you're going to want to see what your path looks like. And, you know, the Huskies will have a couple chances to, get this one out of their system. Ferguson, layup, good.
Screen and roll out of it. Real pretty play underneath.
So they get Ferguson into double figures. He's got 10. Yeah, nothing else for the Huskies. I think they can feel good about, hey, they competed. They left it on the court. And now maybe the shock of not having Tyler Barrows. It was a long-distance three that time by Isaac West. You know what I mean, though? Now you can kind of prepare for your next few games in the postseason, knowing that, okay, this is our team. Like it or not, here's our team.
Yeah, and they've still got to work at it, right? I mean, it's still a work in progress all of a sudden when you lose such a key factor in Tyler Barrows that, again, what roles do the guys have to take? Now, guess what? You've got to handle the ball more. You've got to score for us. You've got to do this. I mean, things have got to change. They've got to help themselves out.
And, Barrows will be there, urging his team on and, helping out as a coach. I mean, that's a tough deal, Sparks. I had to deal with it, and I'm sure you've had to deal with stuff like that, or, coach guys that you want out there and they can't go. So you just try to keep them engaged as best you can. Jesperson came up a little short.
Yeah, you feel bad for any athlete that loses part of their season.
Hetke passes on the three, finds Shamar Simmons for the bucket.
I think that is now 6 Old Abes in double figures.
You are correct. All 5 starters plus Shamar Simmons. You want to talk about balance and team play? Here you go.
Yeah.
Here's your example. Clark commits the foul up top, and with that, the Abes are going to get a number of other guys into the game. Clark comes out. Hetke comes out. Abe's cheering section is urging on their guys.
Yeah, the Memorial student section's calling in the next player they want to come into the game.
How about the last 24 hours for Memorial Athletics? Hockey team goes on the road to Hudson as a 5 seed, avenges a 12-0 regular season loss by winning 3-1. Girls basketball caps off an unbeaten regular season with the win over Eau Claire North, and now the boys well on their way to doing that as well. Of course, the Abes will have one more BRC game remaining. Then Fessenmeyer will give it back to Bauer and a foul up top. They're going to get Shipman on the foul. Randy Perrine Jr. will come in for the Old Abes.
Well,
Huskies also going to clear their bench. Jack Strabel in for the Huskies. Lemke will stay out there. Kenton Mondo, 6'7" junior. We can't forget about him for basketball next year, although a lot of eyes are going to be on him during the football season, already getting those D1 looks as a lineman. And he's a good one, Sparks.
Yeah, he will. He'll be a really nice D1 offensive lineman. He's got a lot of potential.
Deflected out of bounds. Here's Jack Cooper checking in. Great opportunity for all the guys on these teams to get some court time in a big-time atmosphere like this one. Jack Cooper for 3, it's good!
And a little signal to the student section after he knocks it down. That was a deep one for Coop.
Joseph Kent gives it up. Knocked away, here's Perrine. On the lob, Fessenmeyer. That one just went awry. I like the idea. Armando Torres in for the Old Abes. Same with Alex Christensen.
Ben Fessenmeyer came off looking at him like, what was that pass? Throw it up towards the hoop and
I wanted you to throw one down.
Yeah.
We got more highlights here. Joseph Kent in the lane. Nice dump down to Mondo. Powered that one up. Won't get the bucket. He'll head to the line. So Kent Mondo, the junior, head to the line. And you know the drill, Sparks, football coaches, they like guys playing other sports, especially the lineman. You get a lineman who's that size, who's certainly got the frame to be much bigger.
Yeah, he's got the frame. You just want the feet.
Yep.
And that's what he's getting from all these basketball drills and these basketball games.
Well, the footwork, balance, eye-hand coordination, all that stuff. I mean, I think back to, watching Mark Tauscher play high school hoops. He was a darn good player at Auburndale. Joe Thomas, another one. Final seconds of this one. Alex Christensen. Oh, no good.
And that should do it with the running clock.
So this one is in the books. And it's the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abes. Impressive win tonight over a shorthanded North Huskies squad, 82-41. With the win, the Old Abes are now 17-3 overall, 13-0 in Big Rivers Conference play. Eau Claire North Huskies dropped to 8-14, 5-8 in Big Rivers Conference play. Sparks, Abe's doing what we've seen them do pretty much all year long. They have balance. They're unselfish. They can score in great amounts, but they also defend. It's a complete team.
Yeah, it really is. And again, they show it again tonight. 6 players in double figures. Leading scorers, Cooper Jesperson with 16. And again, they just know how to share the basketball. They take good shots. They play very good defense. And it just makes it difficult for other teams to hang with them for 36 minutes.
So this one is a final. And again, these two teams will find out their postseason paths on Sunday. We'll mention again Memorial at Marshfield tomorrow night. That's a game that'll be on Zaleski Sports, so you want to tune in for that one. Then the Abes will go to Menominee for a Big Rivers Conference regular season finale on Tuesday. And then interesting matchup with Totino Grace out of the Twin Cities. That's a Friday game at the Sonotag Event Center. Eau Claire North home Tuesday night, 7:15 matchup with Holman, and then a Thursday night game at home against River Falls. Sparks, regular season winding down. This season went by quickly. We've had lots of thrills watching all these teams, and especially a team like Memorial. Special night, Cooper Jesperson becoming the program's all-time leading scorer. And tell you, it's been fun. It's been fun to have a front row seat for all these Eau Claire games. We're honored to do it and having a lot of fun.
Yeah, on both sides of the town. We really enjoy watching those kids. Both sides, North Memorial, just so much effort they put into this game. And it's just great to see them get rewarded. And, people across the country get a chance to watch them here on Zaleski Sports. So we're just, thrilled that Jason Zaleski has come forward and taken this opportunity to run something like this for us and included us in such a great atmosphere. Again, just a great season for Memorial. And, again, we'll continue this on now through the postseason.
Coming up next, the post-game show brought to you by Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Rely on the experience of our sports medicine team when you have any sports-related injury or issue. You can count on prompt, proper diagnosis and a customized treatment plan to meet your goals. Their orthopedic surgeons and our athletic trainers serve your athlete in Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls, and western Wisconsin. That's coming up next on Zaleski Sports.
Hip impingement and hip labral tears are common causes of hip and groin pain and are often the result of repetitive use from crouching, sports, or trauma. Today, we are visiting Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Dr. Carlson, a partner with Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, is in the forefront of using a newer procedure called hip arthroscopy, which allows minimally invasive access to a joint and treatments to problems never addressed before. Using hip arthroscopy, Dr. Carlson is able to repair tissue without dislocating the hip and without replacing it.
Hip arthroscopy is where a surgeon takes a camera on the end of a long wand, which we call a scope, and through a small poke hole incision in your skin, delivers that scope into a joint. In this particular case, we're talking about hip arthroscopy, where that scope would be put in the hip joint. The hip joint first has to be dislocated or the ball and socket pulled apart. When that's pulled apart, we can access the joint and look around and do the work we're talking about doing. Once inside the joint, through other portals, we call them, those poke holes that we use to access the joint, we can use other instruments, again on the end of a long wand, to perform the work inside the joint. Things like repairing the cartilage rim of the socket, called a labrum, fixing cartilage defects or problems on the head of the ball or the lining of the socket, repairing tissue around the hip, such as ligaments or a capsule, repairing tendons that attach to the hip, or releasing them if need be, depending on the particular problem.
Dr. Carlson's goal is to eliminate the segment of untreated patients or patients with delayed treatment who have curable hip pathology, educating potential patients and their providers that these symptoms are not things they need to live with, or that they are not from their back or groin pulls or early arthritis. Few orthopedic surgeons are operating on hips through a scope because it is a newer and technically difficult surgery. Therefore, certain diagnoses may be missed by physicians not familiar with these newer treatment options.
Patients I see with hip joint pain that can be fixed and not just replaced can range from their mid-teens or younger teens to 50, 60 years old. In the past, patients who had labral tears in their hip, we're told that they may have some pre-arthritis or an early arthritic problem. They may be told that they were just prone to frequent groin pulls in the sport of their choice. And taking some time away from their sport, they may sometimes be able to return to the sport with just continued pain. And fortunately now, with our knowledge of the concept of labral tears and our ability to treat that problem, we can take people who are otherwise just waiting 20 years to undergo a hip replacement, or just feeling that they can't ever participate in that activity because they'll just keep getting groin pulls. We can take that person, we can make them better, we can fix their problem, we can bring them back to their sport, and allow them to continue to develop as an athlete or as a worker or whatever particular activity they're trying to do where that hip is affecting them.
Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine has been committed to the healthcare needs of patients in western Wisconsin for over 45 years. Their success and reputation as an outstanding orthopedic clinic can be attributed to the teamwork of their friendly, knowledgeable physicians and staff.
Here at Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we have 12 partners, orthopedics, neurosurgery, non-operative spine, and foot and ankle. We really pride ourselves in listening closely to the patients and hearing what they're saying, spending a lot of time engaging in the conversation of what is really bothering that person.
After meeting with the patient, Dr. Carlson determined that his difficulties had all been related to painful hip impingement.
It was incredibly important for me to meet with a doctor that understood sports and athletics and kind of just how I wanted to continue that lifestyle instead of just kind of shutting it down. So meeting with someone like Dr. Carlson was incredibly important to me because he understood how I still wanted to be active after a surgery and still wanted to maintain my daily lifestyle.
While visiting with Dr. Carlson, we learned that he grew up skiing and continues to ski competitively across the country and also enjoys hunting, fishing, and hiking. He is passionate that his patients' goals are his goals. Whether it is getting them back to playing with their kids, working aggressively, or competing in sports, his patients are more active and enjoy their lives.
When I see those people so happy with themselves, so happy with their decision to have this fixed or to go through this process, as scary as it sometimes is, if you don't know what's on the other side, it's so satisfying for me.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now. The biggest name in streaming and the biggest name in Wisconsin high school sports broadcasting are now in the same place. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today for easy viewing of your favorite high school sports. Find games by season, sport, or school, then sit back and enjoy. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown. And I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, Yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Back here at the Eagles Nest with Eau Claire Memorial boys head coach Chad Britsky. First of all, what a night for Eau Claire basketball. Girls, boys doubleheader. This place was packed. What's it like just being part of this?
Yeah, I think you really feel the history of Eau Claire basketball, Eau Claire Memorial basketball. I've been so lucky to kind of be embraced by that generations before us, and I feel that tonight we've really picked up the mantle, and we've talked. The girls and guys, we've been so connected the last few years. It's so special to share in the wonderful experience tonight. I thought it was a real great capstone to the regular season, and we still got games left, but we're going to enjoy this one a little bit.
Cooper Jesperson, program's all-time leading scorer. It wasn't that long ago Caden Bozer had that title. Now mantle is passed to Cooper. Can you try to sum up what Cooper has meant to this program?
Yeah, it's a question that involves a really long answer, and one that I always struggle to get through because he has meant so much to this program. He's everything you want from a player, but he's learned from those that have come before him. I know today, like L.J. Wells, Makai Shaw, Tyler McBride, and Will Bozer all reached out. They were the seniors that passed the torch to him, and I know he's ready to keep carrying that torch for a few more weeks, but he also appreciates passing the torch to the next generation. We had youth night here tonight. All these kids look up to him, and it's real special to be part of a kid like that.
You still have 3 more regular season games left, all tough. At Marshfield tomorrow, at Menominee on Tuesday, and then at Sodentag Friday against Totino Grace out of the Twin Cities. It's a tough way to wrap up. What are you going to be looking for from your guys?
Yeah, I think it's the continued progress. Like, there's not a better way to prep for playoffs than to experience playoffs. We're healthy now. Obviously, we're praying that we can get to the end of the finish line with health. But how do we keep building on this and not allow ourselves to relax? I thought the guys did a great job of that tonight, but we got 3 great challenges ahead starting right away tomorrow. Like, how do we recover from this and refocus ourselves after a very emotional night? We'll find out tomorrow night, and I know this. I've got a bunch of competitors on the varsity club, and we're not going to back down.
Chad Britsky, go enjoy this one. Best of luck tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Bob. We really appreciate all the coverage.
Right, thank you, Chad. Eau Claire Memorial winning both ends of this doubleheader. The girls win their outright title. They finish unbeaten, and the boys also outright champions in the Big Rivers Conference. Memorial at Marshfield tomorrow. We'll have that one for you on Zaleski Sports. For my color commentator, Dave Sparger, for Dominic Millay, our producer, videographer, and for Jason Zaleski, who popped in the gym tonight, I'm Bob Radovich saying good night from Eau Claire Memorial High School.